Middle class doesn't need it in economy. The economy needs either super poor or super rich, because a middle class, it's not normal state of economy. This is an exception which has existed, I don't know, might be last 100, 150 years as a result of industrial revolution. That is, 1,000 years before that, people lived in paradigm that there are super rich or super poor. And seems like we are returning to the norm. There are signs, because the norm of the economy is elite class and everybody else. You might not like it like me because I'm a representative of the middle class, but that is a fact. How did the middle class appear in general? Imagine a house with only 2 floors. In the upper floor, there is countesses, kings, dukes, and they all own the land. On the lower floor, there are artisans, craftsmen, and they are all working on the land of those who are from upper floor and earn so much as they not starve to death. Between a lower and upper floor, there is no staircase. To become rich, you need a land. And that it was only aristocrats and it was inherited. You cannot buy the land, which means you will be on the first floor all your life. And then someone came up with the steam engine and machines. There were factories, and factories changed the rules of game. They built a staircase between the lower and upper floors, because now you can become rich without land. A merchant who used to be on the lower floor could build a factory and start earning even more than some landlords. These people doesn't feel to aristocracy, but they are already not poor, and so they begin to be called as a middle class. And besides, the factories need workers, and the workers need to pay comprehensive wages, so they don't go to work for another factories. And the factories produce a lot of goods that poor people don't buy. Therefore, the state itself began to stimulate the growth of the middle class, thanks to free or cheap education, cheap loans, and so on. Now this cycle breaking down because of rich have changed the business model of how they earn money. Robots, automation, artificial intelligence. And they're gradually replacing the workers. The middle class was needed because the economy couldn't function without it. And now the economy learned how to function without mass, medium, skilled labor. And we will have people either from higher qualifications who manage AI, factories, teams, and so on, and people with a low qualification and the cheap labor. And even for sale, it is more profitable to make cheap subscription to Netflix and sell it to massively poor than to bother the production of goods of the middle class. What is the conclusion? The ladder between the lower and upper floors are still there, and this is your qualification. How quickly and efficiently you can learn and turn knowledge into skills, or skills which will be difficult to replace with robots later. What do you think?